Is an iterator also an iterable? I found it. Does an iterator always have the iter_ method? According to this URL, an iterator also an iterable. If it is true that an iterator always has iter_ method,
an iterable needs to implement an iter_ method or an _getItem_ method. An object can be iterated over with for if it implements _iter_ or _getItem_. An iterator needs _iter_ method that returns self and _next_ method. I'm not 100% sure about the _next_. It is true that an iterator always has _iter_ method. Yes. This is also documented in the data model. Object._iter_self. This method is called when an iterator is required for a container. This method should return a new iterator object that can iterate over all the objects in the container. For mappings, it should iterate over the keys of the container. Iterator objects also need to implement this method. They are required to return themselves. For more information on iterator objects, see iterator types. Emphasis mine. As to your second question, is an iterator also an iterable? Yes, because it has a _iter_ method. Additional notes. Besides the formal implementation, it's easy to check if something is iterable by just checking if iter can be called on it. Likewise, it's possible to check if something is an iterator by checking if iter called on something returns itself. But don't use them in development code, these are just for visualization. Mostly you just iterator over something using for ... in ... or if you need an iterator you use iterator equals iter ... and then process the iterator by calling next iterator until it throws a stop iteration.
An iterator is iterable. And yes, an iterator always has an _iter_ method. Calling iter on an iterator, which summons the _iter_ hook, returns the same iterator. A classical example of method chaining. As you must have also noticed, most implementations of the iterator protocol for custom classes always follows. That is if the iteration is not delegated to another iterator, via say, return iter ... It would be quite counterintuitive for an iterator to not implement the iterator protocol, don't you think? The _iter_ implementation of the protocol is described below. Return the iterator object itself. This is required to allow both containers and iterators to be used with the for and in statements. Emphasis mine. This behavior is expectedly consistent with iterator objects returned by built-ins. PS, I apologize for calling dundas repeatedly, makes it look like it's the right thing to do. But it's not.
An iterator is iterable. That's documented and explained here. Iterators are required to have an _iter_ method that returns the iterator object itself, so every iterator is also iterable. An iterable is not necessarily an iterator. Iterators must have an underscore next underscore method, by definition. To give a simple counterexample, a string object is an iterable, but is not an iterator.
Does an iterator always have the iter method? Yes. All iterators have an iter method that returns itself. From the docs. Iterator._iter_. Return the iterator object itself. This is required to allow both containers and iterators to be used with therefore and in statements.